everybody, I'm Shonda Miles. Today I want to talk to you about this is the Success Talk Show, and I want to talk about somebody successful every day, Monday through Friday. I think it's so important that we think about the people who have come before us, people that are already successful, what they've done. Sometimes we put people on a pedestal. We think that they could do it, but we can't do it. Sometimes we think that people are overnight successes, and that is not the truth. They have worked a lot behind the scenes, and to me, that is the key to success is that it's the perseverance behind the scenes that we take for granted. So I want to talk about J.K. Rowling today. J.K. Rowling, of course, we all know her from the Harry Potter series, and she is worth around $1 billion. And what I find so interesting when I went back to study her, of course, we all know it's like a rags to riches story. But she's been around with Harry Potter for 3 decades. But when she started, she was a welfare mother. She was a single mother on welfare. And so if you just think about that for a minute, most of us that are watching are not on welfare. We might be single mothers, but we're not on welfare. But just think about how she persevered. She, from the time she started Harry Potter, she was single. She got married. Her mother passed away. She got divorced, and then she proceeded to finish Harry Potter. And what most people don't know is that she was publishers did not want her. Several, they went to publisher after publisher trying to get publisher, and a lot of publishers denied her book proposal. So we get upset. We quit after attempt, two attempts, 10 attempts. But we have to keep going. We have to have this same story of perseverance. And if we look back over our lives, we have persevered through a lot of things. However, we don't persevere through the things that really matter to us, our goals and our dreams. And that's what I want this success talk show to be about, is to encourage you every day about persevering, about keep going, keep moving forward, keep going regardless of the challenges and setbacks. And so when I look at J.K. Rowling's story, I mean, she's just like all of us, right? She's just a regular person who perseveres. She kept going regardless of what was happening. She was her the reason why she came with the story for Harry Potter. She was on a delayed train ride, and she came with this story. And so there's just so many nuggets that you can get from J.K. Rowling. But one of the things that I really think about for her is that we are just like her. She just kept going. She was on welfare. And so if we have the ability and we're making money, we have a job, we're making whatever we're making, we're earning, we have income. So we're not on welfare. So we don't have to worry about that piece of it. Maybe we're single parents, but it should be a motivator. And I think about the why. Why are we doing the things that we're doing? Or why are we not doing the things that we should be doing? And I also think about the cost of not doing what you should be doing. How much is it costing you to stay still? How much is it costing you to stay stuck? Like, how much different would your life be if you pursue the thing that you want to, whatever your goal or your dream is? And I think for all of us, our lives will be completely different if we just kept moving forward regardless of what's happening. And of course, setbacks are going to happen, right? We can't stop the challenges. We can't stop the failures. And we learn from it, right? If we pay attention, our failures and our mistakes are teachers. It tell us what doesn't work. And so if you just keep going, no matter what it is that you're working on, no matter, just make a commitment. I'm going to stick with this thing all the way to the end. I'm going to see this to the finish line. And so I always advise, have a clear goal and a deadline. But also, more importantly, is to have the steps that it would take you to get from where you are right now to where you want to be. And then you're using that as your guide every single day. You're looking at your steps, looking at the what will be an action plan, because you'll put it in order of priority, and then you'll work on that every day. And then every day you're saying, okay, what is it that I can do in this? I have 5 minutes, I have 10 minutes, I have 20 minutes, I have 30 minutes. But every single day you're working on your goal. And so when I read about J.K. Rowling's her story, I was looking at, it was saying in her story that she finished Harry Potter in her spare moments. So it wasn't like she scheduled the time. So we can even benefit more from that, because we can schedule time to work on our goals. We can give ourselves, an hour every single day, because surely our goal is at least that valuable, right? Our goal is at least that important to us that we can spend an hour, invest an hour in our future. but she used her spare time to work on her goal. So think about that. Can you at least use your spare time to work on your goal? And we have these pockets of time, right? We have 5 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 20 minutes here. We can work on our goal every single day. So what I got from her story is no one is coming to save you. If you want your life to change, you got to do something different. You got to change what you've been doing every single day. Pursue your dream in your spare time. That is like one of the things that I think about all the time is that I get people who come to me and they say, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time. But the truth is, we all have these spare pockets of time where we're waiting on someone, we're waiting on something. We're even during a commercial or you're watching TV. Can you stop watching TV for an hour to pursue to work on your goal? When I look at her story, it talks about one day when she was getting ready to write about Harry Potter, she didn't have a pen or paper to capture what she was thinking in her head. So she just had to keep imagining these characters and what they were doing until she could get to somewhere where she could write it down. So I believe in carrying a journal everywhere I go and a book. So the journal is for anything. It's for ideas. It's for thoughts. It's for challenges. Things that I'm looking for a solution for. It's to do lists. It's my thoughts and ideas. Anything that comes to me, a story that I want to capture, a memory I want to keep. I write it down on in my journal, and then I come back and maybe it's I'm just writing about the day. I'm capturing what am I doing with my time, and so I have a planner with my day planned out. But sometimes things go kind of haywire. But I always have a journal with me everywhere I go because I want to be able to capture these things. And of course, I love my iPhone. I have a notes app, of course, so you can use that. But I like to be able to write it down on paper. Use pen and paper. The next thing I learned is you have to keep going no matter what. Obstacles are going to come. You got to just keep going no matter what. And then finally, don't let setbacks stop you. So she didn't let the death of her mother stop her because sometimes we can get sidetracked when death of our loved one can keep us off track 5 years, 10 years. We just talk about what we want. We don't actually do anything about it. So think about that today. Are you letting setbacks deter you? Are you letting setbacks keep you stuck? But she had a death of her mother and she divorced her husband. So those were two setbacks that she had during this time she was writing Harry Potter, and she just kept writing. And I think that regardless of what's happening, and I'm not negating the fact that you have something that's going on, I'm saying that regardless of what's happening, you still got to keep going. You still got to pursue your dream. You still got to, you know, whatever it is that you've been gifted to do, you still got to share with the world what you've been gifted, your talents, your skills, and abilities are. You can't waste it. And what happens is, we can look around and we've wasted all this time. We wasted years and years of our lives. But if let J.K. Rowling be influence for you, let her be an encouragement for you because she's worth over $1 billion. And regardless of whether or not you want to be a billionaire or not, it's still encouraging to know that this is a rags to riches story that she started as a welfare mother, and then now she's worth over $1 billion. Even though she's given a lot of money away, she's still worth over $1 billion. So that tells me that anything is possible to those who believe and work towards whatever it is they're working on. And so I also believe that if you have the desire inside of you, you can accomplish anything you want. So just something to be thinking about as you move forward is, can you work on your goals in your spare time? Can you take your life to the next level by making some small changes, making some tweaks? And if you need help, join us for the How to Become Unstoppable 5-day challenge coming up July 7th through the 11th, 1 hour a day. You can register. There should be a link below that you can register. But take your life to the next level. Don't stay stuck. Move forward. Get to where you want to be. Accomplish your goals and dreams. You have those goals and dreams because you have within you to accomplish those dreams. So I hope J.K. Rowling's story encourages you to pursue your own goals and dreams.